So where are you getting the water and what kind of water? That's also important because tap water is toxic. And the reason why I say that, tap water's got a few things in it that you don't want in your body. One of which is chlorine. And so when they clean the water to put it back into the water system, they use chlorine to clean it. I'm not going to say purify it, but clean it. Chlorine is carcinogenic, and so understand that if you're drinking a ton of tap water, that may potentially be part of what causes certain cancers in your body. Some areas may or may not have fluoride. It doesn't always happen, but fluoride is also a carcinogen. One of the weirdest or grossest things that I think is in tap water is other people's drugs. Because when you take medications, pharmaceutical drugs, and you go pee in the toilet, you're pissing out drugs. And also, the water treatment plants don't have a way to pull the drugs out. So you're literally drinking someone else's hormone replacements, their antidepressants, their blood pressure meds. You're getting like this cocktail of pharmaceutical poison whenever you drink tap water. Yeah, it's in minor amounts, sure. But over a long period of time, what is that doing to your body? And so the other thing you have to think about when it comes to tap water is you're bathing in it. And your skin is the biggest organ in your body, and your skin absorbs a ton of stuff. If you think I'm wrong, then why do they have nicotine patches? Because it absorbs through the skin. So whatever you put on your skin will get absorbed into your system. So if you're going all out to drink super clean water, you're like, oh, I've got all the best water, and then you go take a shower and you're showering in chlorine water, or you're going to the swimming pool with your kids and they're bathing, swimming around, diving down, and hanging out in chlorine, then that's going to backfire for you as well. So ideally, you're finding a saltwater pool, saltwater hot tub, something that has a lot less chlorine in it. In the shower, if you don't have the ability financially at this point to do a whole house system that eliminates the chlorine, there's pretty inexpensive to put shower filters on your shower head. It looks like this white dome, and you take off the shower head, screw that white dome on, and then put the shower head back on, and that actually stops the chlorine. It gets rid of the chlorine in the shower head. And I believe they're around 50 bucks and they last around 6 months. So that's a pretty reasonable ROI. If you're a person that's like, well, I don't do showers, I do baths. Okay, well, they make a bag, literally like this bath bag, and you can put it in there. And somehow, don't ask me, I'm not the chemist, but that helps to reduce the amount of chlorine in the water. So if that's for your kids, or you'd like to take a bath and don't have something that's stopping the chlorine, those are options. Distilled water. Do you know what distilled water is? Like how I know that you go through the aisle and you're like, oh, there's a bottle of distilled water. Well, what is distilled water? Distilled water, they boil it and they basically take the steam and the stuff that comes out, the vapor that comes out, and then put that back into a bottle as water. And what that does is it leaves behind any and all minerals and other things that could be contaminants in the water. Upside of that is that you've got a very clean water and it doesn't have a lot of other things in it. Downside is you may not be getting the minerals that you would normally get from your water. So if you're drinking distilled water, then reverse osmosis distilled, you're not getting minerals. You may want to think of other ways to get minerals in your body through your nutrition or supplementation. But one cool thing about distilled water is that it's a much better solvent, meaning it pulls things out. So if you want to use distilled water for stains and getting rid of things like that, but also people who have gout and arthritis, it's been shown to help people with gout and arthritis if you drink distilled water because it's such a better solvent. It actually pulls inorganic material and foreign material out of your joints, which is going to help overall recovery from gout and arthritis.